Hey, everybody. How's it going this evening on this Tuesday evening? I know I'm a little bit late, but I was trying to find something that I had put away and I could not find it. But I am so glad that you all are here. And for those that are just coming in, I want to say thank you for joining in for Grandstanding with Mother Teresa on a Tuesday night at 7 o'clock. I'm typically here for about 30 minutes to just grandstand with you, to actually just drop some pearls of wisdom for you and to you about life and the things that happen on a day-to-day basis. So let's see who we have in the room on tonight. I see my sister is here. I see my mom is here. Hello, Sister Sherry. Hello, Candace. Hello, everybody that is joining us on today. Hello, Miss Melissa, Sister Melissa, who is joining us. If I can't see you, if you scroll, if you go on real quick, I may not see who's on. But listen, I just want to say thank you all for being here with me on tonight. Let me kind of get everything set up. Let me turn off some of this, turn off a couple of things because I don't want to be interrupted. But I need to see who's all in the room. And while I'm doing that, I would like to say, if you've noticed my shirt, and I'm going to have to maybe do a little bit of acrobatics so you can see my shirt. Y'all look at that. Y'all look at that. What does that say? What does that say? Okay, all right, let me see if I can fix it so you all can see it. Grandstanding with Mother Teresa. Let me tell you how good God is and how things just manifest themselves. All you have to do sometimes, you all, is just speak that thing and God just puts it out there. Just put it out there and God will make it happen for you. Listen, I know my hair is a little kind of whatever. It's looking a little bit crazy, but disregard all of that. I want you to hear what I have to say on tonight. I spoke a word on last week, and I spoke a word. Hello there, Sister Martha. I'm so glad that you're here with me on tonight. Let me see if I can fix this so I can see who all is on here with me tonight, because I don't want to miss anybody. Because I got to tell y'all something, you all. I got to tell you all how good God is. And let me tell you, when I tell you how good God is, it's going to make a believer out of you all. And I'm not saying this just to be saying it. I'm saying it because it's true. Sometimes we don't have the things that we want simply because we have not spoke that thing. We have not put it out into the atmosphere. We have not shared it with God, or just put it out there so God will know what we are wanting. Okay, y'all, hold on. I gotta change this. Okay. So, I see Shekinah. Oh, I can see everybody. Martha, Melissa. I see my Candace. I see Sherry. Okay, I see everybody so far. And if you all come on, hopefully I'll be able to see you all a little bit as well. But let me tell you about how good God is. Listen, I said earlier, sometimes we've got to put something out there in order for God to know what we want. I spoke a word on last week and I said, oh, it sure would be nice to have t-shirts or merchandise that says Grandstanding with Mother Teresa. And little did I know that my daughters, the wheels were turning. They were already turning. See, it pays to have good children. So the wheels were already turning. And so my daughter Candace had called me earlier this week and she said, Mama, are you on this side of town? And I said, no, I'm doing something else, but do you need anything? And she said, oh, no, I don't need anything. And so I just kind of like, okay, whatever it is, she'll let me know. And my sister said, hello, all the grandstanders. Cynthia's telling you all hello. And so I think it was maybe that afternoon or maybe it was the next day. I'm not sure. But I hear a ring, my doorbell ringing. And I peep over and I see it's Candace. And I was like, okay. So when I go to the door, she has this little bag and I don't have the little bag. But in the bag, you all, were t-shirts that says grandstanding on it. So she gave me this one and she gave me another one, which is, I'm going to give it to my husband. It's a polo shirt and it says grandstanding with Mother Teresa. So I am so excited about these shirts, and I have to give a shout out to Kelly Lede, who actually made these for me. So Kelly, if you're listening, thank you so very much. You did a wonderful job. Now the design was by my Candace. My Candace did this, you all. Isn't this amazing? I absolutely love it. So in the near future, we're going to have some merchandise so you all can wear some of the things that says grandstanding with Mother Teresa. And I'm going to tell you all, beautiful. I know. And I know you all are going to want them, family. So I'm going to make sure that we hurry up and get them out there so you all can wear them and you all can help represent grandstanding. And let me just tell you, the Bible speaks about despising not small beginnings. And I'm going to tell you, you might want to get on the bandwagon while you can, because I just believe that God is going to explore this, expand this platform. He's going to expand it because I'm doing what he asked me to do. And I know I really appreciate everybody who tunes in. I am so appreciative. But I'm going to tell you, one of these days, I'm going to be able to look at these numbers and say, you know what? It's so many people on here. I can't even begin to start counting and shouting out and saying whatever. It's going to be too many of you all. And my faithful members who started with me, who were on the ground floor with grandstanding with Mother Teresa, I appreciate you all so much. Can you see the excitement? Yes, I'm excited. And so let me just go back to what I was saying. And yes, they are beautiful. Thank you, Sister Sherry and Sent. Listen, when we want something from God, I'm a firm believer. It's all you got to do is put it out into the atmosphere. I'm a firm believer that when we pray, we've got to pray knowing and believing that God hears us the first time we pray. And we've got to believe that he is able to answer every one of our prayers. Now, if he did not answer our prayers, what's the use of praying? Okay? If you don't believe what you're praying for, why are you wasting time praying? It doesn't make any sense to me. So when you pray, when you go to God and you ask God for something, you've got to wholeheartedly believe that he's going to reward you. He's going to answer your prayer. Otherwise, stop praying. And that's not, I know that may sound harsh when I say stop praying, but if you're praying, I really hope that you're believing that God is going to answer your prayer. Okay? He's going to answer your prayer. So you've got to pray knowing and believing that it's going to come to pass. And not only knowing that it's going to come to pass, but then you got to start moving and acting like it's going to come to pass. I know that my daughter is looking for, my youngest daughter, she's wanting to buy a home. And I'm going to tell you, Candace, you got to pray, you've got to believe it, and you've got to start moving in that direction. I heard somebody say a testimony that they said they were praying for their home. They started buying boxes. They started putting together things, boxing up things. You know, they started downsizing. They started getting rid of things. They started making preparations for their move. They started getting ready because they just knew in due time, they didn't know the time, but in due time, it was going to come to pass. I listen to Joel Osteen almost, that's pretty much what my radio stays on when I'm in the car. And so I listen to all types of, all of his messages, and it's always encouraging. But one of the things he was sharing is about one of the ladies at his church that was praying for children. She could not have children. And she began to start speaking that thing that she was going to have children. And I can't remember if she wound up adopting children or she had a baby. But for years, he said, she began to buy baby clothes. She began to put her nursery together. She started moving in faith that this thing was going to come to pass, that she was going to have this baby. And just guess what? She had the baby. I think, matter of fact, Joel said that she had more than one. I think she must have adopted children because they had a set of twins. And then they found out later this mother had another child, so she adopted that child. So you guess what? When you pray, you've got to pray believing that God is going to bring it to pass. I'm excited because I know that even it may seem like a little thing, but I've had God to answer so many of my prayers before, that if we can believe him for the little things, guess what? He can do big things as well. So shout out again to my daughter Candace for making this come to pass, and to Kelly. Net may have had a hand in it too, because typically they kind of work together in tandem. I'm not sure, but I just want to say thank you all so very much for what you all do for me. And I want you to catch on faith. I know that there are some things that you all are praying for in your life. I know that you are believing for some things, but if I can't do anything else on tonight, I want you to know that when you pray, you've got to pray expecting results, okay? When you pray expecting results. Now, that's not all that I was going to talk about on tonight, but I was so excited about the blessing that God had blessed me with, that I just wanted to share that information with you all and just tell you, just believe, just believe. If you don't do anything else, just believe in what you're praying for. Okay. I know that if I ask you to testify in the comments of something that you have been seeking God for, or you were seeking God for, and how he brought it to pass, I know the chat would be full, of the things, that you have believed God for. So if you don't put it in the chat, at least just send me up some hearts. Okay, just send me up some hearts to let me know that God has answered a prayer or two that you've had. And I know that they have. And listen, my mom is on here. At least I know that. I think I saw my mom's name. Normally she's in here. Mama, there you are. I see you, Mama. If I had to ask my mom how many prayers, oh my gosh, oh goodness, I can't go there. I can't go there because I can feel a tear coming on. I can feel crying coming in my spirit. But if I had to ask my mom, Mama, how many prayers have God answered that you've prayed? How many prayers have God answered for you? Listen, you all, if you don't know my mama's story, she has a story and she has a testimony. And my mom is, when I say she is a living miracle. She's a living miracle. Whew. I know better than doing this. I know better than starting to talk about my mama. Because a lot of times this is the way it ends. Mama, I love you so very much. I love you so very much. And I know a lot of times we often say, whenever we're with my mom, and we say, I love you when we're leaving, and we say, I love you when we're getting off the phone. But Mama, I love you. And I may not say it enough. I know I don't say it enough, but I thank God for my mom. I thank God for everything. I thank God for everything, every life lesson that I've learned. I thank God for every mountaintop experience that I've experienced. And I thank God for every valley experience that I've experienced. Thank you, Nick. I thank God for all of those experiences because I'm a firm believer that God allows different things to happen in our past to get us to where he wants us to be. And I'm not going to say that every experience that I've had in my life has been a positive one or one that was a pleasant one. But it's made me who I am today. And I thank God for that. Yes, Mimo is the strongest woman I know, and she passed it down to her daughters and granddaughters. We love you unconditionally, Mimo. That's coming from Miracle Mama. And Mama, I don't know if you can see all of these, but your grandbabies are sending you your flowers right now, and your daughters. And I say every experience that I've had in my life, whether it be good or bad, my mom was always there to cheer me on, to let me know that I can do it. And sometimes it wasn't in the words that she said, but it was the actions that she did. And my mom got sick, I think when I was in middle school. And my mom had her first aneurysm. And we thought we were going to lose my mom. Matter of fact, the doctors had told us to kind of say our goodbyes. And but God said no. God said, you shall live. Yes, sent 1976. God said, you shall live. And not only shall you live, but you're going to thrive. You're going to regain your health. You're going to regain your sight. Mama, I don't know who's in the house with you right now. I don't know if Jamarlin is there. I don't know. I guess I can turn on the camera and see. But the doctor said the prognosis was not good. But how many of you all know that when God says not so, it doesn't matter what the doctors say. It does not matter. Okay, thank you, Miracle. It doesn't matter what the doctors say. It doesn't matter what anybody says. It doesn't even matter what we say. What matters is what God says. And that's for everybody's life, you all. I know we are having some difficult times. And I know some of us are struggling right now. We're trying to figure out which way we should be going, which way we should be coming, you know. But the word of God says that we're blessed. We're blessed going out. We're blessed coming in. We're blessed in the city. We're blessed in the field. And so I know that the life lessons and the experiences that I've experienced has brought me to this point. And I cannot say that I would trade anything that has happened in my life because it made me. It gave me encouragement. It gave me insight. It gave me how to deal with people. It taught me how to be the person that I am. And so for that, I'm grateful. I am so very grateful. And so for just this little bit, I just want to say, Mama, I love you. And I appreciate the little spunky woman that she is, because she's about 5 feet tall, maybe maybe 4'11", maybe 4'12". I don't know. She's not very tall at all. But she's a little woman packed with a lot of power and a lot of knowledge. And she's probably one of the smartest women that I know. And Mom will tell you that educationally, she may not have achieved the success or the heights that she wanted to. But when I tell you she's the smartest woman that I know. And if you listen to her, her mind is sharp. Her mind is sharp. She can tell you some things. You're talking about pearls of wisdom. I believe that's where I got my wisdom. I know that's where I got my wisdom from, but I know wisdom comes from God, and that's what I pray for. But again, like I said, I just wanted to say that I appreciate your mom, and we love you. We love you. We love you, love you, love you. And when I talk about conversations from a mother's heart, I'm not just talking about my heart, but I'm talking about my mom's heart. I'm talking about my grandma's heart. I'm talking about the grandmother, my daddy's mother, who I had the pleasure of spending some time with when I was just a little bitty girl. I don't remember it all, but I can remember the love that she shown me. I can remember the feeling that I had when I was in both of my grandmother's homes. And even my great grandmother, my granddaddy's, my big daddy's mom. I didn't spend a lot of time with her, but I would talk to her on the phone. And I just remember just those conversations from a mother's heart. And you all, there are some conversations in your heart. And those are some things that you all need to be sharing with your children. There are some things that you all need to be talking to your children about. There are some things that you need to be talking to your parents about if your parents are still in your life. And maybe it's not a biological parent, but just the people in your life. There are conversations that you all need to be having, because one day you're not going to be able to have those conversations. And so I'm so very thankful that I can pick up the phone and I can call my mom. And I look forward to doing Tuesday nights because I know my mama is here. And you all, it feels so good to know that your mom supports what you're doing. And so, Mama, I thank you. I thank you again. And if I could just be half or a third or a fourth of the mama to my kids that my mom has been to me, then I know that I've done my job. Did not intend to go this way, you all. But you all know, when you're talking about conversations from a mother's heart, there is no telling what you might get, okay? There is no telling what you might get. And so I'm thankful and I am so appreciative of the time that we've been able to spend together on tonight. Now, I was going to talk about, not only I was going to talk about speaking things into existence and also putting the word out there so God would know what's in our heart. But I was going to talk about home and household tips because my granddaughter asked me a question about my bedroom set. And it made me think about chapter 6 in Conversations from a Mother's Heart. So guess what? You're not going to get that tonight because it is almost 7:30 and it's time to go. And I think that there is a debate that's on tonight. So I want to make sure you all listen to that debate. It may have already started, but I just want to tell you all that I appreciate you all so very much. My heart is so very full. Oh, you are an amazing mama. And I don't know where I would be in this life without you. You're feisty like your mama, and I love you, pretty lady. Thank you, Candace. Thank you. I appreciate it. And I know that you love me, Candace. I know that you do. Ned, the same thing. I know that you do. And I'm going to have to get off of here before the ugly cry really starts. I'm at home by myself. I was asking if wanted to know if Mama was at home by herself. But I'm at home by myself on tonight. My husband is at work. Will is still at work, and Shekinah is with us for a couple of days, and she's at work. So I think I probably need to go ahead and end this live. And I love you too, Sent. I love you. One thing about my mom is I'm getting off of here. My mom taught us to love each other. And it's not a type of love that we just speak it. It's a type of love that we put into action, that we show it. We show one another how much we love each other. And she modeled that. She modeled that. Let your cry out. Miracle, no, baby. No. I'm going to have to save this one. I'm going to have to save this one. I'm going to have to save this one. She taught us to love one another. She taught us to take care of each other. And I'm going to tell you a story as I'm ending on tonight. For Christmas, first of all, mom was a single mama for a long time. I always had my stepdaddy, but she was a single mom for a while. My mom always worked really hard. And I say at one time she was doing the work that a man would do when she was working at Louisiana Pacific. And I can remember, you know, Christmas has always been a family favorite of all of us. All of us. It's 8 of us. And Christmas has always been really special. And I can remember when my mom would give us money to buy Christmas gifts for ourselves. And I'm not sure how much money she would give us. It may seem like it was $100, but I'm not sure. Sent, you might have to help me. Mom, you might have to help me as well. But I remember I remember one year when Mom had given us money, and the money was for us to buy Christmas gifts for us. And we took that money and we began to buy gifts for our siblings. We didn't spend that money on just ourselves, which we could have easily done. You know, kids growing up in the projects, we didn't have a lot of maybe whatever that maybe other kids had, but we always had what we needed. I often say that if we were poor, we didn't know it because we always had what we needed. We always had what we needed and some of the things that we wanted. So when you get money for Christmas and you're a teenager or you're young, you know, you typically will buy things for you and you spend that money on yourself. That's not what we did. We bought gifts for each other. That's right, Sim. We never went without. We never went without. But we bought gifts for each other. And I know we probably bought gifts for Mama. And we probably bought gifts for Jim. But that's what we did. So that's the type, when I say Mom taught us how to love one another and take care of one another, that's what we did. And I was so very impressed a couple of months ago when it was Chase's birthday, my grandson, Candace's son. And I had given Chase $100 and I took him shopping at Target's. And Chase did the exact same thing that we did when we got our Christmas money. Chase bought gifts for Bean. He bought gifts for those girls. I'm not sure if he bought gifts for his mom. But Chase took that money that he had for himself and he made sure that his brothers and sisters, his brother and sister had gifts, not only just for him. It was his birthday, but he shared that money. He shared it and he made it stretch. And one of the gifts I think that he bought for Bean cost more than the gifts that he bought for himself. But when I talk about in the past, I've talked about a legacy I'm leaving a legacy of love and leaving a generational legacy. That's how you do it, people. You take what you've been given. You take what you've been shown, what's been modeled for you or to you, and you pass that down to your children and your children's children. And that's what it's all about. That's what it's all about. Mama said, Jamarlin is with Jamarlin is with me. She said, my heart is too full. I can't respond right now, Mama. I get it. I get it. I get it. You all, this has been a great night. And sometimes when people cry, it's not because we're sad, but sometimes we're just reflecting on the good things, and it's on the positive things, and it's the things that make you happy. But guess what? Sometimes when our tears come out, people automatically think that we're sad. Y'all, I'm not sad. I'm reflecting on the good things. I'm reflecting on the things that have made me who I am. And like I said, I know better than to start talking about my mama, because my mama is my mama. She's Sent's mama too, and she's everybody on here is grandmother, a lot of you all. But she's our mama. And so I thank you, Mom, and I love you. And I just wanted to say to everybody that's tuned in tonight, I'm glad you stayed. I'm glad you stayed and you just hung out to see what I was going to talk about. So as I'm ending on tonight, I would just like to say, listen, you all have a great night on tonight. If you're going to watch the debate, go and watch the debate. And maybe we can talk about that on next week. And Cynthia, you going to tell the grandstanders good night? I know she's probably going to type it in, and she's going to probably say, good night, grandstanders. I was waiting for her to do that. But you all have a great night on tonight. Cent said she loves you, Mama. I know you may not be able to see all of these, the messages on here, but Cent says she loves you, Mama. She loves you. All right, y'all. I can't do nothing else. I cannot do nothing else. Love you too, Miracle. Love you so much, baby. And Miracle, thank you all. Thank you for joining in. Listen, Miracle is my niece. For those of you all, because it's not just family on here. It's other people on here as well. But Miracle is my niece. And Miracle tunes in and she listens. And I sure appreciate you, Miracle. I hope that you are getting something out of the messages, the things that I am saying. And I've said it before. I'm just thrilled that you all tune in to see what I'm gonna have to say. You know, and sometimes I talk about going down those rabbit trails. Tonight was a major rabbit trail. And yeah, a major rabbit trail. Listen, y'all have a good night. Y'all have a good night. Thank you for grandstanding with me on tonight, and I hope to see you all soon. Good night, everybody. Miracle says she's definitely taking it in. Thank you, Miracle. That's good. That's good to know that you're definitely taking it in. Y'all have a good night, everybody. Bye-bye.